Hey everybody, get ready to have some fun. Welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show.
What's going on here?
You shut up, Gabby. I'll do the talking. Out of the goodness of my heart and a lot of explanation from Mr. Rogers here, I've decided that you should be rewarded for the return of that money.
You mean you ain't gonna throw us out?
No. And I think you and I can tear up the note on that loan, say, Thursday evening at my house.
I'll be there, Dolly. It's worth a sacrifice.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show. I'm Gary Baker. It's a wonder I have any hair left. I've been pulling it out all day, fighting this thing, but hopefully it's going to be working good tonight. Tonight's subject is Disciples of Christ. And I see Bill and Melinda are here. Melinda's cooking pork chops, rice, and green beans. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Janie. Glad you made it. Tonight's subject is Disciples of Christ. I messed up yesterday and with some of the software, and we weren't able to do our Bible trivia. So we're going to do it tonight. Disciples of Christ. That's the subject for today's trivia. Go ahead and share and invite everybody to come on and play. And we're going to have a good time. And hopefully I'll push all the buttons right and we won't have any problems there. And let's go ahead and get the word for the day in.
If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. James 1:5. When you feel stuck or uncertain, ask. God is eager to supply practical wisdom without criticism.
All right. Linda says it's not her expertise. Disciples of Christ. I'm sure she probably knows more than most of us. I see Janie is here. We've been trying to get the word out about our local firefighters, trying to get them some more money. They need to up their pay. So anything you can do to support the Clarksville firefighters, get the word out, share it on Facebook. It's close to our hearts, so let's help them out all we can. Tonight's subject is Disciples of Christ, and let's get Gloria to tell us how to play.
Welcome to the Free in Fredonia Show. Be sure you like and share with everybody. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is, the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comments section. Be sure to watch the timer at the top of the screen so you will get your answer in before the cutoff. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. Good luck. Now, back to Gary.
Say bye-bye. All right, everybody said amen. And I see Miss Leanne has joined us. Glad that I hope you're not on the road playing. But I'm glad you're here. So, Disciples of Christ, I looked at these questions and some of them are fairly easy. Excuse me. Having throat problems again. So I don't think it'll give you too much trouble. We want to see some good scores. And we'll get started here in just a minute. I see I'm missing a few of the regulars. Having problems with Facebook. I am on YouTube. So if your answers don't get in on time, you might want to switch over to YouTube, SannaBlue YouTube. Here we go. First question. Which disciple is traditionally believed to have been crucified upside down? Was it Peter, James, Bartholomew, or Andrew? Which disciple is traditionally believed to have been crucified upside down? Peter, James, Bartholomew, or Andrew? Go ahead and get your answer in. For some reason, the game wasn't showing up on my personal profile, but it is on the SannaBlue profile on Facebook. Should be. All right, time's up. Now, I don't know if the time's lagging or not, but I just saw 2 people get their answers in. So hopefully you'll get credit. Peter, 100% of you got it. It looks like everybody got their answer in. So I'm not sure what's going on with the comment. All right, second question. Who was the only disciple to die a natural death according to tradition? Was it Thomas, Simon the Zealot, Philip, or John? Who was the only disciple to die a natural death according to tradition? Thomas, Simon the Zealot, Philip, or John? Leanne's been watching that series, The Chosen, so she should get every one of them right tonight. All right, time's up. We'll see how much she paid attention. She's wearing me out with that show, but it's a good show. Who was the only disciple to die a natural death according to tradition? And there's my sister. Hey, Linda. John. John was the only disciple to die a natural death, and Bill got that one right. All right. Question 3. Which disciple doubted Jesus' resurrection until he saw him? Was it Thomas, Matthew, Judas Iscariot, or James the Less? Which disciple doubted Jesus' resurrection until he saw him? Thomas, Matthew, Judas Iscariot, or James the Less? Get your answer in there. 12 disciples. Appreciate y'all playing tonight. I've been working hard on this computer. My eyes are they're almost swollen shut from staring at the screen. 100% of you got that one right. Doubting Thomas. All right. Question 4. Which disciple was a tax collector before following Jesus? Was it Thaddeus, Simon Peter, Philip, or Matthew? This is a good question. Which disciple was a tax collector before following Jesus? Thaddeus, Simon Peter, Philip, or Matthew? I spent a lot of time with the disciples when I was a child. Every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday evening. My sister did too. Okay. So we had a good foundation in the Bible knowledge. Matthew. Matthew was a tax collector, 100%. Question 5. Here we go. Who replaced Judas Iscariot as one of the 12 apostles? Was it Stephen, Paul, Matthias, or Barnabas? Who replaced Judas Iscariot as one of the 12 apostles? Hey, Chrissy. Was it Stephen, Paul, Matthias, or Barnabas? I see several of you are on Facebook and some of you are on YouTube. That's good. I'm glad to know that both medias are working. Who replaced Judas Iscariot? Here we go. This is a good question. All right. Stephen. Stephen replaced Judas Iscariot. Let's pause the game here just a second. See how y'all are doing. Linda came in late. Looks like she's doing okay. All right. Check out your scores. Question 6. I hope y'all had a good day today. Which disciple brought Nathanael to Jesus saying, "We have found the Messiah"? Was it Philip, Matthew, James, or Andrew? Which disciple brought Nathanael to Jesus saying, "We have found the Messiah"? Philip, Matthew, James, or Andrew? Leanne wants me to tell you the scores. She can't see them. I can't see them either, Leanne. You would not believe how small they are. I'll have to get real close to the screen. I don't know if y'all can handle that or not, but I'll try. Which disciple brought Nathanael to Jesus saying, "We have found the Messiah"? Hey, there's Cody. Hey, Cody. You were at the bottom of my screen. I didn't see you. Philip. Philip was the disciple that brought Nathanael to Jesus. Next question. Which two disciples were known as the sons of thunder? Was it Thomas and Matthew, Philip and Bartholomew, Peter and Andrew, or James and John? Which two disciples were known as the sons of thunder? Thomas and Matthew, Philip and Bartholomew, Peter and Andrew, James and John. Get your answers in there. Glad to see you, Cody. Hope you had a good day. I'm anxious to see that e-bike that you have invented. You need to post more pictures of that. Cody is converting his mountain bike into an e-bike. It's pretty ingenious. James and John were the sons of thunder. 84% of you got that one right. Chrissy, Leanne, Jane, and Bill. Question 8. Which disciple is associated with missionary work in India? Is it Thomas, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, Bartholomew? Chrissy wants to know what an e-bike is. Cody, put it in the comment section. Let her know. Which disciple is associated with missionary work in India? Thomas, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, Bartholomew. An e-bike is one that runs off electricity. He's got a battery on it. He's got it to pull his kayak to the marina. Which disciple is associated with missionary work in India? Cody's a pretty smart fella. Which disciple is associated with missionary work in India? Bartholomew. Leanne Bill. Electric bike motorized. Next question. Question 9. What was Simon Peter's occupation before becoming a disciple? Was he a tax collector, a shepherd, a fisherman, or carpenter? What was Simon Peter's occupation before becoming a disciple? Tax collector, shepherd, fisherman, or carpenter? Get your answers in there. What was Simon Peter's occupation? Yeah, Cody, I might just see if you get any more speed out of that bike. You said it was going pretty slow. I guess pulling your kayak and your weight. What was Simon Peter's occupation? He was a fisherman. 80% of you got that one right. Chrissy, Leanne, Janie, and Linda. That's question 9. Here we go with question 10. Which disciple asked Jesus at the Last Supper who would betray him? Was it Thomas, Philip, Peter, or John? Which disciple asked Jesus at the Last Supper who would betray him? Thomas, Philip, Peter, or John? Let's see if some of you Methodists know the answer to that one. Which disciple asked Jesus at the Last Supper who would betray him? This is question 10. Peter asked. All right, let me pause the game. I'm going to go to the display leaderboard, and we'll see if we can't see the scores. There is no way I can read those. I see Linda is in the lead. It looks like she's got 4,000 points. Janie's got like 3,000, I think. Turn your phone horizontal and see if that makes it any bigger to where you can see it. It shows John is a correct answer. What did I say? Did I say Peter? It shows John in the correct answer before. Did it pop up Peter? I'll have to go back and look. Oh, well, let's carry on. Nothing I can do about it now. No, it does say John. I'm sorry. I said Peter, and all of y'all got it wrong. Okay. I was looking what y'all picked. Which disciple betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver? Simon Peter, Matthew, Judas Iscariot, or Andrew? I looked at it wrong. Which disciple betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver? Simon Peter, Matthew, Judas, or Andrew? I'm having throat problems. Singing too much. All right. I think some of you. Now, all of a sudden, I see Steve Bragg on there. Is he playing, or is that you, Linda? Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Next question. Which disciple denied knowing Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? Was it Thomas, Peter, John, or James? Oh, that is Steve. Hey, Steve. Welcome. Glad to see you on here. Which disciple denied knowing Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? Was it Thomas, Peter, John, or James? Got a few Methodists playing. All right, time's up. Which disciple denied knowing Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed? This game's moving right along. All right, Peter. Peter is the correct answer. Leanne, Melinda, Bill, and Chrissy got that one right. 80% of you. Question 13. Here we go. Which disciple said, "Lord, show us the Father, and it is enough for us"? Was it Thomas, Philip, James, or Andrew? Which disciple said, "Lord, show us the Father, and it is enough for us"? Thomas, Philip, James, and Andrew. So it wasn't Steve. Linda, your comment is, oh, I see. Okay. Well, tell him, come on in and play. You need a better connection if you're getting kicked off Facebook. But I do understand. It happens. All right. Janie lost me too. I don't understand. Glad you got back. Philip said, Lord, show us the Father, and it's enough for us. Chrissy and Linda got that right. I'm sorry y'all are getting kicked off. I don't think it's anything that I'm doing. All right, question 14. Who is known as the zealot among the 12 disciples? Was it Simon, Matthew, James, or Bartholomew? Who was known as the zealot among the 12 disciples? Simon, Matthew, James, or Bartholomew? If you're having trouble on Facebook, you might try YouTube. SannaBlue YouTube. It's on there, and it's also on the Free in Fredonia channel on YouTube. It might be a better connection. I do not know, but it is an option for you. All right, here we go. Who is known as the zealot among the 12 disciples? Leanne, I don't know what you wrote there. Excuse me. Simon, 80%. Simon was known as the zealot. Leanne, Chrissy, Bill, and Linda. All right, question 15. Which disciple is also referred to as Thaddeus in some gospel accounts? Oh, this is a good one. Philip, Judas, son of James, Bartholomew, or Andrew? Okay. Which disciple is also referred to as Thaddeus in some gospel accounts? Philip, Judas, son of James, Bartholomew, or Andrew? Janie, you having problems? Leanne, I don't know what you're doing. You're putting in SannaBlue Baker or ScannaBlue. Lord, I can't keep up with y'all. Which disciple is referred to as Thaddeus? In some gospel accounts, it's Judas, son of James. 40% got that right. Let me pause it here and we'll try out this leaderboard one more time. I hope none of y'all get kicked off. Here we go. Can you see what you're doing there? Linda's on there twice. She's using Steve. Looks like you're doing okay. All right, that was question 15. Can everybody see how they're doing on your phones? Turn your phone horizontal, and that will make it larger. It might give you some motivation. All right, let's carry on. Question 16. You're on YouTube channel. Good, Leanne. According to Acts, how was Matthias chosen to replace Judas Iscariot? Was it by vote, by drawing straws, by divine voice, by casting lots? According to Acts, how was Matthias chosen to replace Judas Iscariot? By vote, by drawing straws, by divine voice, by casting lots? That's a tough one. All right, here we go. I feel a sneeze coming on. Allergies. I'll try not to blow it all over the monitor. By casting lots. I find that interesting. Casting lots. Was that not gambling? Oh, well. Which gospel records records that Peter walked on water toward Jesus? Was it Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John? No, it should just be SannaBlue, Leanne. Which gospel records that Peter walked on water toward Jesus? 1, 2, 3, or Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? Chrissy, you're funny. All right. We're going to find out which gospel records that Peter walked on water toward Jesus. That was on The Chosen, I think, wasn't it, Leanne? Matthew. Chrissy got it right. Congratulations, Chrissy. Looks like you know your disciples. All right, question 18. What did Jesus say he would make his disciples if they followed him? Hey, Anthony, is it leaders of nations, keepers of truth, fishers of men, children of light? What did Jesus say he would make his disciples if they followed him? Leaders of nations, keepers of truth, fishers of men, children of light. Hey, Anthony, glad you made it. I thought you were working tonight. All right, get your answers in there. This is question 18. We're moving right along. Looks like all of y'all. So you're going to buy a car, Anthony? That's always tough to do. Fishers of men. Follow me and I will make you fishers of men. 100% of you got it right. Question 19. Here we go. Which disciple wrote 5 books of the New Testament, including Revelation? Was it Peter, Paul, John, or James? Which disciple wrote 5 books of the New Testament, including Revelation? Peter, Paul, John, or James? He was very prolific. I like John. I like reading John. All right, time is up. This is question 19. Y'all are rocking and rolling through this. All right, should be popping up here and we'll find out that it was John. John wrote the 5 books. Leanne, Chrissy, and Linda got it correct. Last question. Here we go. Boy, this game was fast. Which disciple questioned how Jesus could reveal himself to them, but not the world? Was it Thomas, Philip, Judas, not Iscariot, or Andrew? Which disciple questioned how Jesus could reveal himself to them, but not the world? Thomas, Philip, Judas, not Iscariot, Andrew. It seems like that would be a valid question back in those days. I think I would probably have asked the question myself. All right, here we go. Time is up. Last question. Do y'all remember that story in the Bible? Which disciple questioned how Jesus could reveal himself to them, but not the world? Judas, not Iscariot. Janie, Chrissy, and Bill. 43% of you. All right, let's go to the leaderboard. Look here, Chrissy. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to get close to see this. It looks like 7,000 points. Is that correct, Miss Chrissy? All right, everybody check out your Anthony, you got here late, so I understand that. Melinda, you're cooking. Okay. All right, I got a little story for you tonight. Thank you all for playing. Let me click this button here and get the story on. Leanne says you can't see. Well, you got on reading glasses. You got 7232, Chrissy. Is that what it says? I can't figure out how to make this bigger. All right. Let me put this story on, and then I'll be back for a final word. After her grandmother passed, Ellie was the one who volunteered to clean out the kitchen. No one else wanted to. That room held too many memories of Sunday dinners, birthday cakes, and the smell of cornbread that somehow felt like safety. She opened drawers filled with wooden spoons, worn smooth, checked cupboards that still held spices older than she was. And then she saw it, hanging on the wall just where it had always been, her grandmother's apron. It was nothing special to look at, faded blue cotton, fraying at the corners, with one pocket stitched back on by hand, twice. Ellie almost left it behind, but something made her stop. She reached into the pocket, and inside, folded neatly, was a note, written in her grandmother's curling, careful script. If you're reading this, then I'm gone. But listen to me, sweetheart. You don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to keep showing up. The biscuits will burn sometimes. People will leave. And life will try to convince you you're not enough. But you are. And don't forget, when love feels heavy, tie it around your waist and keep going. Ellie stood there holding that apron like it was made of gold. She didn't say anything. She just tied it around her waist and started washing the dishes. Some legacies aren't loud, they're quiet. Stitched into routines, passed down in soft fabric, and waiting in the smallest pocket to remind us we are strong enough. I hope you enjoyed that story. Yeah, it did remind me of my Mama Reese too, and that little bit of apron that she used to wear. I tell you what, I appreciate y'all playing, and I'll be back tomorrow night, Lord willing. I'll have a good subject. Thanks again for playing. I hope y'all have a great night. Tell somebody you love them. I don't want no